You have any f***ing brain or what? From the time I leave the... Oh, this is what I was talking about. Keep your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, keep everything open. In fact, if there is a way you can get all your 7 chakras of your body opened, I would say go ahead and get that done also. Good morning YouTube, this is your captain speaking. Today's video is especially for people who are flying to India from abroad and want to ride a motorcycle in India. Today's video is especially for people who are beginners in biking in India. We also have a very famous saying in India and it goes like this: India is not for beginners. There is another very famous quote that I came up with. To ride in India, you need a certain level of psychic ability. Before I even begin today's ride, we'll start from the extreme basics. This position is attention, this is stand at ease. Attention, stand at ease, attention, stand at ease, attention, stand at ease. When you ride in India, especially in the cities or in the rural areas, always make sure that your hands are at the attention position. Attention, stand at ease, attention, stand at ease, attention. Keep it at attention, always, especially in the city. Another beautiful technique in India is navigating through static traffic. Anybody riding here that's from outside the country needs to learn this skill, otherwise you ain't getting anywhere, bro. These are other things that you gotta look out for. That's called a side quest. This is your main quest, getting somewhere. This simulation of India will give you side quests like these. According to me, riding in India, or even driving in India for that fact of matter, should be considered one of the most high stress jobs that you can do, especially if you are prone to overstimulation. You are also probably a misfit if you have the attention span of a goldfish. And I'm not talking 1 sense or 2 sense. I'm saying 6 senses. I'm saying 7 senses. So in many ways, riding here in these conditions on Indian roads is not for the faint-hearted. So what we're doing right now is I'm finding a few spots where I might get a lot of traffic, because I do want to talk about traffic navigation while riding a motorcycle. Sir, can you please pee on the other side while looking on the other side? He's looking at me and peeing. What kind of weird fetishes do you have, bro? The roads are not your friend. The speed breakers are not your friend. These potholes are not your friend. The uneven method of building the road is not your friend. The red lights are your friend. So better make sure you follow them. The difference between life and death on the road is one singular red light. Not worth it. Don't jump lights. I just said don't jump lights, bro. No, he's not jumping it. Sorry, my bad, buddy. Even if your light is green and the other's light is red, still slow down before you cross that light, because you never know, some idiot is going to gun through a light, and because you're on a bike, you're a little smaller to spot. You're not very clear. Always assume a defensive stance. There are a lot of people who assume the offense while riding or driving, and that is why you need to compensate for it by imbibing a defensive stance. Everybody can't be attacking and going for the goal, right? There has to be somebody who has to defend. From the time I leave the safety nets of my... Oh, this is what I was talking about. Nobody's your friend, buddy. From the time I leave the safety nets of my house to the time I reach my destination, I am always operating under the assumption that people are out to kill me. That is how I am able to keep myself a little bit more safe, even though they're not, but just assume they are. Like, don't assume people's genders and shit, but assume that they're out to kill you. People will cross the road when they can cross the road, if they can cross the road. Which they will cross the road because they can cross the road. Am I making any sense at all? When you're on the bike, you're inside a spider web, and the spider will do as it pleases. You are in the spider's territory, the spider is not in your territory. Does that make any sense? Was that a good analogy? I don't know. Always be prepared for people crossing the road. Always be prepared for cars cutting lanes without giving turn indicators, and they're probably not even self-aware about it. The next time you see someone giving an indicator before they turn, go and give them a kiss. Wish them a good day. Wish them success, happiness. But in spite of all this, be very aware of the flow of traffic. Traffic is sort of like a vibration. Everything is flowing in a certain frequency. But the most beautiful part about this country is that traffic culture, driving sense, traffic sense changes not just from state to state, but from city to city, and not just from city to city, but it also changes from district to district. I live in a city called Mumbai, and if you ride around Mumbai, you will realize that no two places in Mumbai have the same driving culture. Temperament is different everywhere. But one thing is common throughout this country and throughout the world is that people are so fed up of their personal lives. Majority people are living in sadness and in grief, and that frustration comes out when they're driving and when they're riding, which brings me back to the point of being a defensive rider no matter what and no matter where you are.
Hi, sorry for the abrupt cut, but I'm at my uncle's place, my mama. I had some obscene amount of food. I got knocked out after that. I haven't slept like this, I think, since I was in my mother's womb.
Kalu, bye.
Oh shit.
Bye, Kalu.
Oh shit.
I have eaten food for a whole village.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Hello. Kem cho? Takshu. I'm good. How are you? Huh? Mummy ne ghere che? Yeah, sorry for that abrupt cut. I had come to my mama's house, my nani's house, and all the stories are true. They will not leave you unless you are filled up to the brim with food. Yeah. And in case some of you all don't know, this is our other baby, our other adventure baby. I think the old Storm has now... Bye. Tata doesn't make the Safari like this anymore, bro. They don't. I mean, when you look at this Safari, this is the Storm. I think this was the last bloody tough-ass model that Safari that Tata actually made. Now the Safari looks like a pampered child. I mean, what? This Safari looks like it has got childhood trauma. Then what the fuck? हरामखोर लोग है ना भैंचो दुनिया में. ये भी चोरी हो गया अपना लोगो. Anyway, yeah. The new Safari looks like it's got no childhood trauma at all. The parents are in a very loving relationship. This Safari looks like a childhood trauma. Storm, if I'm not mistaken, right now you will only find with the Indian Army. They use this and it's got the military green color. You're not allowed to get the military green color anywhere else. In fact, when I had my my classic 350, I wanted to repaint it into the military green, but I wasn't allowed. You need to get special permission for that. Only if you're ex-army or something like that, you can get that green. If you're a civilian, you can't get it. Good afternoon, YouTube. It is 4:59 in the evening, 32 degrees Celsius, and I am in Dadar Parsi Colony in Mumbai. Bro, all black Range Rovers. Ooh, that's a sexy ass looking gypsy, bro. All pimped out. But even apart from the gypsy, an all black Range Rover. Oh, it looks like sex. I sort of deal with insomnia, so I'm not a very good sleeper. Unless I've like ridden 1,000 kilometers a day, then I pass out. But today, after such a long time, after eating such a heavy lunch, I passed out like a baby. I got knocked out. It literally felt like I was in the ring and Mike Tyson sent me into another realm only. Like Mike Tyson uppercutted me into the 4th dimension. Saw that? That is what happens in India. It's because of a few assholes like this that a lot of bikers have to go through this stereotyping in India. You see a biker with gloves and with jackets and a swanky ass bike, and automatically people will term you as someone who's racing or causing a ruckus. In India, we call these people chapris. CHAPRIS. And it's not enough. I mean, he's not done yet. When I pass him again, that's when his ego is going to get bruised again. And he'll try to race me. So these are little things that you need to be aware of. I have realized in all my years on this planet, I have realized that not a lot of people are self-aware. Very few people are actually self-aware of what shit they're doing. But even fewer people than that are situationally aware. I highly suggest for anybody, even if you're not a motovlogger, even if you're not doing YouTube, I highly suggest for anybody to invest in a camera. You don't have to invest in a GoPro. There are cheaper options available, like a dash cam. Invest in one because you're gonna need it. You're definitely gonna need it. What you're witnessing here and on the patch that we just crossed is a very small taste of how to navigate Mumbai traffic, or Indian traffic for that factor matter, because nobody's going to stop for you. Remember, I spoke about the flow earlier in the video. You have to sense a flow and you have to learn the flow. If you break the flow even a little bit, you're going to cause a problem for yourself and for others. Everybody here has an unsaid frequency that they're tapped into, and they're just following that. It's like an ant farm. If you've ever seen an ant farm, if you've ever observed an ant farm from above, in an ant farm, everything to the human eye, unless you really look at it, seems like chaos. It seems like random patterns, but they're not random patterns. The ants know exactly what they're doing, where they're doing, how they're doing. So Indian traffic is much like an ant farm, where from the outside perspective, everything might look chaotic, but it's sort of like a dance. There's a rhythm to it, there is a flow to it. If you're able to tap into the frequency of the traffic, I think you will be an exceptionally good Indian traffic rider. If you're new to motorbikes, make sure to keep a 5-arm distance, not like this idiot, but make sure to keep at least a 5-arm distance from the vehicle in front of you and from the vehicle behind you. Abey, अक्कल है क्या तेरे को? उधर जाने का तो उधर क्या जा रहा है तू? क्या हंडू? You have any f***ing brains or what? Tell me, what are the damn odds? Today I set out to make this video, and today only I find bloody people like this. Otherwise, usually I don't find this shit. ये सब मेरी किस्मत में नहीं है. If I go out to make a video, I never end up meeting people like this. In fact, everything goes smoothly. All comes down to situational awareness. When I left my house in the morning, I had it in my head that this is what I want to make today. I just want to talk about these things today because I have a lot of comments that come from people from abroad where they're asking me tips and tricks on how to ride in India, anywhere they want to go in India. So I thought I'll make this kind of video today, and I think I've subconsciously attracted that towards me all day. Full day in my head, that's all that's been going on. Okay, how to ride in India and not die, how to ride in India and not die. Just remember, your patience will be tested, your skills will be tested, your decision making skills will be tested, how quick you can think, how quick you can come up with a evasive maneuver. To be honest, I'm a little shook after that incident with uncle, and I don't know what else to say because I've completely lost my train of thought. I had a whole spiel decided in my head, like, I'm going to talk about this and that's how I'm going to talk about. I'm going to stop here and vlog, stop there and vlog, and now my mind is blank. I can't think of anything. So I think my closing words would be that keep your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, keep everything open. In fact, if there is a way that you can if there is a way you can get all your 7 chakras of your body opened, I would say go ahead and get that done also, because you're going to need it. You're going to need your open chakras. You're going to need some sort of spiritual elevation to get you out of this shit. If you watched it till here and if you have any comments, if you have any thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. This is your captain speaking, and I will see you on another flight. And before you go, please like and subscribe